champions, the Auburn Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, Chris Fowler, joined as always by Kirk Herbstreit. Kirk, let's get right to the action. Team out there getting ready, and this is it, the battle for the conference championship trophy. And it comes out of the 25, no return attempted there. Looking out throwing here to start the drive.
How about that to start the game off by this defense? The offense decides to drop back in the first play, and this quarterback has no time at all because of the pressure up front.
Backed up here, 2nd and long from the 15. From the shotgun, he's probing the secondary. Looking deep downfield to the left. Well, nearly an interception here on the opening drive. It's going to bring up 3rd down instead.
Chris, they don't hit this pass, but I love the approach here as a play caller. Taking a shot and being aggressive, getting that ball downfield, stretching that defense. Try to keep those safeties back. It can open up other aspects of your offense.
Well, a serious challenge for this offense. You don't want to be in 3rd and long inside your own 20. How much of a risk will they take to try to pick up this 1st down? Fires it to the wideout. Tried to press the ball deep, but it's incomplete.
Well, this defense has got to be aware that this quarterback and this offensive coordinator, they're not afraid to take shots. Here we see it early in this game, throwing the ball downfield. Defense has got to be aware. Keep those safeties back. Keep your eyes up. Try to keep a lid on this offense and look for some turnover opportunities.
We'll see what he can do with the return. And the returner brought down by the coverage team. So the offense with the 1st and 10 now. The football placed exactly at midfield. First play looking to throw it. That's the running back who makes the catch across the middle. Defense surrounds him. Just a short gain on that completion.
That's what I love about this guy. He has the ability to sneak out of the backfield. The quarterback's able to find him open, checks it down for a nice gain.
2nd down after that completion. Linebackers maybe trying to confuse the line with some movement. Moves out of the pocket. Looking for his big tight end. Finds a man open on the right side downfield.
Chris, a great ability by this quarterback to get outside of the pocket and place the football right where it needs to be for the 1st down.
Offense goes to the pistol formation now. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Rush gets home.
A great job up front by this Auburn defensive lineman. That rare combination of defensive linemen you see often in the SEC, where they have great size and power, but incredible quickness, and Auburn has sure had plenty of those over the years.
The quarterback wants to throw it on 2nd down. Looking to scramble. He fires downfield. Tried to go very deep there. Good effort. Now it's 3rd down.
I love how this quarterback, Chris, is able to keep this play alive by scrambling away from that pressure, getting to his left, buying some time, just unable to connect with his receiver downfield.
The receiver makes the catch. Defense will stop him after about a 9-yard gain. It'll bring up 4th down. Coach elects to try for 3 points and sends out the field goal unit. Trying to knock it through from 48 yards away. Target It's no good. But that miss, no change in the score.
Now that's going to go down as an empty position. For this offense, no points as he's off target. Now you can see he's hanging his head. Poor kicker.
And the Auburn offense is back out on the field. They're coming off a 3-and-out, looking to produce a positive drive here. And it's incomplete, comes up a little short on that throw.
Chris, we're all guilty of this. We all look at the big plays, the quarterbacks, the offense, how many points, how many yards. Sometimes we overlook the most important aspect of the game, the offensive line. You've got to do a good job consistently protecting the quarterback, and it all comes down to the offensive line. And here, they hurry the quarterback, and they blow up the play.
They've got him down out near the 40.
Setting the tone early with good runs like this can really wear defense down and keep the defense guessing. That's why some of the best coaches of all time have primarily done it with great run games.
Looking deep to the right side. That one falls incomplete. They tried to press it deep, but now it brings up 4th down. Here's the snap, looking to throw. It's complete. That's enough for a 1st down. And he runs out of bounds. That's a big gainer there.
Bit of a risky decision here to go for it on your own side of the 50, but guess what? They make it work. Keep the sticks moving.
Here comes a 1st down pass attempt. Finds his man. It's Jones. The senior with excellent work after the catch. This Auburn offense is moving quickly down the field. They'll change the pre-snap look now. Snapping it from the red zone now, looking to throw. Finds his man. Heads out of bounds as a short gain on the play. So down here in the red zone, every yard tough to find. Here is a crucial play coming up. There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. Moves all the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers.
What a threat for this offense to have a weapon like this at quarterback. Down in the red zone, surveying the coverage, nobody open, so he does it himself with his legs and gets to the end zone for the touchdown.
Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. And he'll lead the kickoff right there. He'll start from the 25. Here comes the Texas A&M offense back on the field. No doubt the last drive was deflating. They had to settle for a field goal attempt, but missed it. They'll run it here. The running back has the ball. Going absolutely nowhere for a loss of a point.
Chris, textbook job by the defense surrounding the runner and preventing that play from being bounced to the outside.
Play goes backwards, makes it 2nd down and 12 now. 2nd down, we're going to throw it. Grab down the middle. It's Burks. They make the tackle, but not before a solid gain on that pass.
If you play zone coverage and the quarterback is patient, this is a tough play to defend. Nice job of waiting for the receiver to get into the window and then making an accurate throw.
Linebacker's trying to confuse this offense now. On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it here. And it's caught. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
A good job here by the defense on 3rd down. Forget about throwing downfield. They go short, and they make them pay for it with a loss of yardage.
The offense will go for it here on 4th down and 3. Looking for a receiver. He finds the running back for a fourth down catch. And the gain just good enough for a first down.
Now, this coach isn't holding anything back today. Time left, and the confidence to go for it is very telling in the faith he has in his guys.
Not the news the coach was hoping to hear. He took a chance calling a timeout to get the replay. We'll see if that proves to be crucial. Texas A&M getting set with a 1st and 10 now. Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. The receiver grabs it. Takes a big shot there from the defense, but moves the sticks. First down.
You know, we talked this week with the offensive coordinator about what makes this receiver so special. He kept referring to his route running. Here's an example of that. Great route, enough separation to give the quarterback a nice lane to throw the football.
Looking to throw yet again. Looking to scramble now. And this time the defense is all over the quarterback run. They bring him down short of the mark.
That's what I really love about this quarterback. Looks downfield, everybody's covered. Instead of just throwing this ball away, he's got the athletic ability to make this defense pay for it by picking up some good yards.
Throws to the tight end. And it's intercepted. He stepped in front of that bullet. And he's wrapped up after a solid return.
Well, the quarterback ends up being a tad aggressive and ends up paying for it with a pick. I get that that might be part of his playing style, but there's a difference between being aggressive and being...
Testing the defense with a throw downfield. Incomplete. They cannot connect on the deep ball.
A lot of times college football, the game comes down to just a play or two, and that's a missed opportunity by this offense. I wouldn't be surprised to see them try to come back to that same play in the second half.
They'll run it out of the shotgun. And the broken tackle there produces a solid gain. Offense cranking up the tempo now. No huddle. Got to pick up the 3rd and short through the air. He's going for a big play downfield. And the pass is dropped incomplete. Would have had a huge gain. Took his eye off the ball. The offense will go for here a 4th down and 3. Quarterback changing the play now at the line. 4th down. He's throwing for it. Delivers quickly to the left side. He's got it. Enough for a first down. They finally stop him, and not before he gets to the 16-yard line. Auburn now operating in the red zone. First down. Looking to throw the football. Makes the grab. A chance to score. Touchdown, Auburn. Strong game by this quarterback. Well, the call was sort of predictable, Kirk, but that tight end is just so tough to stop down here in the red zone.
Listen, speaking on behalf of all quarterbacks, you get down to the red zone, you're looking for that big target that you can trust. He's going to run a good route, and he's got a big wingspan to allow you to make a throw up into the air. He can go up and make a catch over most defenders. Really good execution. They come up with 6.
Now he comes out to the 25. No return attempted there. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. Movement at the second level of the defense now. Using the ground game here. Tailback has the handoff. They bring him down to the 32-yard line.
What a great job to be able to establish some rhythm to an offense. When you can run the football like this, it just opens up the playbook. You can continue to run, you can go to play action, and really keep the defense on their heels when you can run the ball like this. Nice play.
Picks up a few yards there, and that's going to wrap up the first. And it's Auburn in front as we take a break for the quarter. Solid performance so far, creating some separation. Here's the first quarter stats. Crucial stage of the game as we begin the second quarter. Is this one going to get out of hand? A big play here after the break. Offense trying to convert here on 3rd down. to the back. Brought down, but it's past the line to gain.
Well, that's mano-a-mano right there. Offensive line knowing exactly their assignment, getting a hat on a hat, and that back threw just exactly where he needed to go to extend this drive. That's a first down.
How aggressive will they be on this first down play? Change of pace now, looking to throw the football. Caught over the middle. It's Brooks. Tackle is made, but that's good for a first down at the 47.
When the defense sits back in a zone coverage, good job here by the quarterback recognizing that soft coverage, and he hits the routine drag route underneath for a first down.
This Texas A&M offense is moving quickly down the field. They're going to run it. That's a stop behind the line of scrimmage. They've got him for a 3-yard loss.
I mean, Chris, you have to admire this offense. They continue to try to sprinkle in the run game, even though it's not been able to really get established. But they're not just becoming one-dimensional. You got to respect that, and hopefully at some point it'll pay off.
Nowhere to run. Up to Rowland for no gain.
There you go, defense. Not fooled at all by that screen pass. Good job of flying to the football. The back had nowhere to go.
Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. Wrap down the middle. It's Brooks. Defense will wrap him up after an 8-yard gain. It'll bring up fourth down. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun, looking for a receiver. Makes the catch, and that is enough for a first down. They've got it, but they convert on fourth down, and the drive keeps going.
That's what you love to see from the quarterback, recognizing the receiver's past the marker, and a good job by the receiver to know where he needed to go to get that first down.
And looking to throw now on first down. He's going to pull it down and run. The senior calls his own number, picks up the first down.
God, I love to see a quarterback willing to put his life on the line for his teammates. What a job here of picking up the first down, taking that big hit, and going right back to the huddle. You can see his teammates patting him on the back.
They're going to run it here. Into the end zone, has a lead. Couldn't quite get in. Tackled down at the 2-yard line. Excellent run. The Aggies looking to run some tempo here. From the gun, he looks for an open man. He escapes the pocket. And he could not be stopped. Touchdown, Texas A&M. Conference championship pressure, they just grind away. Beautiful execution on that methodical drive.
Man, I can't think of a better stage than a conference championship to put together a drive like that. Moving the sticks, executing along the way, avoiding any turnover potential, and coming up with a touchdown. Great job.
Kickoff team out there, they are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. He thought about returning it, but instead takes a knee. It'll be a touchback, and they'll start at the 25. And the Auburn offense back out on the field. They reached the end zone the last time out, trying to do the same thing here. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Caught behind the line. It's Rhodes. They tackle him at the 38. Solid gain. Nice play there.
Great patience here. Great execution by the entire offense. The quarterback kind of baits the defense towards him, drops it off to the back, and he's got a convoy in front of him for a nice first down.
Quarterback making some changes at the line. Looking to throw it on first down. On the move now. Looking deep down the middle. Caught way downfield for a huge gain. A huge gain moves the ball to the +22. Great scoring position now.
What a pitch and catch by the quarterback and receiver for a big gain for this offense.
On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Quarterback looks to his right and finds his man. He's brought down at the 6. The offense will have 1st and goal right there.
I mean, how about this offense and this execution? That's 3 plays, 3 completions in the blink of an eye, and now it's 1st and goal.
And the quarterback drops back looking for an open man. Trying to run it in. The defense stops him close to the goal line, but not in. 2nd and goal for the offense. They'll try to run this one in. The senior able to make the stop after a short gain. And the player is down injured after that last play. They'll take a timeout where they check him out. Defense looking for a stop on 3rd and goal. Different pre-snap look from the linebackers now. Refusing to be brought down. Touchdown, Tigers.
Because that's what I love about this quarterback. It's a great touchdown, but he shows you his versatility. We know he can throw it, but here he shows you his speed and how he can make the defense pay for that as well.
PAT is good. They're pulling ahead now, 21-7. So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. And he'll lead the kickoff right there. He'll start at the 25. So the first play of the drive coming up here. Under 3 minutes to play before half. Handoff here from the shotgun. Nothing doing in that play. The big D tackle there for the stop.
Hey, this defense continues to just be physical at the line of scrimmage. Offense can't do anything on the ground, and by doing that, this defense is allowing their defensive front to get pressure on the quarterback. Every time they drop back to throw, they become a one-dimensional offense.
Defense makes the stop very close to a 1st down.
And the defense is getting pressure on the quarterback. They got a little bit fooled here by the screenplay. Nice positive gain for the offense.
Fights off a defender. Stopped right there at the line. No gain. It's the 2-minute timeout. This offense running out of time to cut into this lead before the break. The offense stays on the field. The coach is going to go for it on 4th and 2 in his own territory. Wants to throw it. Caught over the middle. It's Burks. He picks up the 1st down, but gets drilled on the tackle.
Well, Chris, here's an example of what we always talk about. On 4th down, the receiver's got to run a route beyond the sticks. Great awareness to know exactly where he is. Quarterback makes the throw. Receiver gets hit, but he's beyond the sticks for the 1st down.
Offense getting set. 2nd down play here. We'll try to run it with the option. Oh, the ball comes loose, and he breaks loose down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Auburn. The defense produces 6 points. And now they'll set up for the point after. And the extra point makes it a 3-touchdown lead. Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away.
Texas A&M, 7.
Bringing it out, it's Burks. Solid coverage there. They get him at the 15. That's where the offense will take over. So here we go. First play of the drive, under 2 minutes before halftime. 1st down, looking to throw the ball. Running out of time in the pocket. He cannot escape. It's a sack. And the Aggies looking to crank up the tempo a bit. Quarterback looking to pass here on 2nd down. Quick throw to his receiver. He's got a man down the middle. Tackle made after a solid gain. They'll spot the ball at the 31.
Well, it's got to start somewhere, and there's a nice 1st down to keep this drive alive and hope to be able to create a little bit of momentum here near the end of the 1st half, trying to cut into this lead and get some points on the board.
1st down and 10 now. From the shotgun, drops back. Here's the target, and it's complete. Gets out of bounds after a solid game.
Chris, one of the things I love about this running back, it's not just this defense trying to defend him running the football. As you can see here early in this game, trying to get him involved in the passing game. Great call.
On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Lets it go quickly. Pass incomplete, very nearly intercepted that time.
Well, the name of the game for this defense is to pressure this quarterback as often as you can, and that's exactly what they've been able to do here in this first half. It looks like they've got him rattled a bit, as that pass should have been his 2nd interception in the first half alone.
Fires it to the wideout. And the senior quarterback puts a little bit too much on the throw. Challenging play for the offense. They face 3rd and long here from their own 43. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Going to try to use his legs here. Oh, he fumbles. Looks like the defense has it for a takeaway.
Chris, anytime a quarterback starts to take off and scramble, the defense is alert to try to get to him and dislodge that football. He gets some positive yards, but he doesn't take care of the ball and secure it, and they're able to knock it away.
They make the tackle, but that's an excellent gain. Moves the ball to the 33. First down here for this offense. Quarterback pre-snap adjustment snap for this defense. Taking a deep shot here to the right. And is intercepted. And he steps out of bounds, but a crucial takeaway. Great play by this defense.
Well, for defensive backs, man, they salivate for opportunities like this. Some may only get 1 or 2 a year, and he was not going to squander this chance.
First play of the drive, they're going to throw the football. He's going to take off here. He'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. Timeout is called to talk strategy late in this close game with halftime approaching.
Chris, watch him work through his progressions here. Finds the first and the second option aren't there. By the third option, he's got to pull it down and try to pick up some positive yards, which he did, and then he slides down to avoid the big hit.
And he'll step out of bounds after a solid gain on that run.
Oh, this is a great job here. Looks downfield, nobody open. Takes off and tries to use his legs to go for it. It gets to the sidelines, gets out of bounds, avoids the hit, and most importantly, he got that first down.
And now the timeout is called by the defense. They've got some things to work out here. Great start to the drive. Back-to-back explosive plays, and now another first down. Here comes a first down pass attempt. The pass rush closing in. He stopped just short of that first down marker, inches away from it. The offense will now quickly spend a timeout. So the offense looking to be efficient here. Not much time remaining before the end of the half. They'll switch it up, looking to throw. Moves out of the pocket. And he went out of bounds after a short gain on that run.
I really like this call by this offense on 2nd and short. Looking to maybe take a shot downfield. Nobody is open, so instead, he's able to just tuck it, run, and pick up a nice first down.
First down, looking to throw the football. Escaping the pressure, moving right. And he'll leave the ball deep down that right side. And it's incomplete. They took a shot there, what will be the final play of the quarter. And that is going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it now to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. The kickoff team out there now to get this second half underway. And from deep in the end zone. He'll bring it out. He's tackled at the 17, so it would have been better to leave it in the end zone for a touchback. And here comes the Aggies offense back on the field. After falling way behind in the first half, they need to find a spark right now to cut into this big lead. And looking to throw now on first down. Quarterback finds an open target on the left side.
And the running back that time just kind of sneaks out of the backfield and shows his hands on that nice catch.
That completion sets up a second down play. He's looking to throw. And it's incomplete. Just missed the wide receiver there. Urgency now for the offense that hates to come up empty on this drive, down multiple scores. In the 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. Grab down the middle. It's Burks. They get him down, but the gain moves the ball up to the 36. Looks like a player is down injured at that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check it out. Texas A&M getting set with a 1st and 10 now. From the shotgun now, here's a handoff inside. Slams right into a wall. They've got him for a loss.
Man, this defense just flies to the football. So gap sound up front with a defensive line and linebackers coming downhill. Safeties involved. One of the best run defenses in college football.
Quarterback looking to throw it on 2nd down. And it's incomplete. In and out of the hands of the running back. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
Chris, I thought he had his hands on that football. I thought he was going to come down with it. But give the defense all the credit with a big hit to knock that ball loose.
Running back has it on a screen now. And he's brought down. Good job by the defense getting through the blockers. But he stopped short of the 1st down.
Sometimes you find that open receiver who's short of the sticks, and you hope the run after the catch will be able to give you the 1st down. The defense does a good job of keeping him short of the sticks. Let's see what they do here.
Trying for a 4th down completion. Quick throw over the middle. Incomplete. A huge 4th down stand by this defense.
Chris, I totally understand why they would go for this here at this point in the game. You're down by 3 scores. We're in the 2nd half. They felt the pressure with the possession that they had, the field position that they had. They needed to make something happen. Unfortunately, not able to come through.
And the Auburn offense is back out on the field now. First play of the drive, they'll come out throwing. And he's going to take a shot down the left side. Touchdown, Tigers. This passing game is still on fire.
Boy, we see more and more of this in college football. If you get the right guy in that slot that can win the one-on-one matchups, you take some chances. Here they got the matchup that they wanted and hit it for the touchdown.
And he knocks through the PAT. Kickoff team out there, they are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. Fielded in the end zone. It's Burks. And they stop him at the 11. Not good field position to start the drive. Offense on the field to take over. The defense with pre-snap movement of its own. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun.
You know, in an era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense has countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example of a defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage and not give up big run plays.
And he's got it again. He goes nowhere. Stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, here we are in the 2nd half, and this run defense is living up to their billing as a top 10 run defense. This running back can't get anything going and is still yet to break 20 yards on the ground for the game.
Stopped short of the 25, but it's enough to move the sticks.
Really good job here of converting by this offense. And let's face it, at this point in the game, because they have such a big hole to climb out of, they've got to be able to convert and come up with a new set of downs. They do it here. Now they got a real shot to cut into this lead.
On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Looks to the left, and it's complete. Tackle made it at 41. That's a nice game, getting closer to midfield.
Defense kind of lost the running back here. Makes a nice catch and gets the first down in the process.
This Texas A&M offense is moving quickly down the field. Looking to throw it on 1st down. Delivers quickly to the left side. What a catch! They bring him down, but that's a solid gain on the play.
That's what makes this tight end so dangerous. You can flex him out into that slot position. He shows you his versatility. He can be an inline guy that can block, but here he shows you what he can do with his hands.
And it's incomplete. The defender arrived the same time as the football, and now it's 2nd down.
Everything about this play tells you about today's offenses and what they're asking out of their running backs. You can't just be a guy who runs the football anymore. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't do a very good job of it on this play.
He's looking to scramble. He'll head out of bounds after a solid gain on that run.
This is just a great job of understanding situational awareness by this quarterback. Nobody's open downfield, so instead he decides to buy a little bit of time by scrambling, gets out of the pocket, and he gets to the sticks and just gets the first down.
No throwaway here. Quarterback forced out of bounds for a loss on a play.
And this quarterback's a threat with his legs, but this defense has clearly done their homework. They're not fooled at all. Good job of pushing him out of bounds for a short loss.
They look to throw it here on 2nd down. That's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact. No flag. Brings up 3rd down. Looks like a man is down on the field after the last play, so we'll take a timeout. 9th play of the drive coming up. This is a tough 3rd and long. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Grabbed by the receiver. Completion, that's about 9 yards. Not enough for the first, and it's 4th down. The Aggies will come to the line looking to keep the drive going on 4th down. Needs a completion here on 4th down. Quarterback takes off now, looking to scramble. Slides to avoid the big hit. And the Aggies trying to punch it in. It's 1st and goal. Here's the snap. Offense looking to throw the ball. Oh, down he goes. It's a sack.
And just like that, you squeeze the life out of this offense. That's another sack by this defense. They have been in that backfield the entire game, and a big reason why these guys are enjoying a lead.
That ball snagged for a completion. Tackled down at the 3 after the catch. Defense up against it now.
That completion gets them a little closer. Quick decisions needed here, especially with 3rd down coming up.
Needing to score badly, likely 4-down territory. Here comes 3rd and goal. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And the pass is incomplete just across the goal line.
Well, if nobody's open, you can't risk the possession like this. Tossing it into coverage in the end zone, that's a good way to earn a spot on the bench.
Quarterback drops back. We're going to test the secondary. All the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Aggies. That's a crucial score. Let's see if they can build momentum and complete this comeback.
Well, I know they're still trailing, but that score is a great first step in trying to break down this lead. You don't want to leave it all to the 4th quarter when the pressure really intensifies and you have limited time.
Try to muscle toward the end zone on the ground. And he makes it in. The 2-point conversion inching the score a little bit closer now. I believe they're lining up to attempt an onside kick. He safely makes the recovery. The onside kick doesn't work. And the Auburn offense trots back onto the field. Ball handed off. Just a small gain. Looking at 2nd and 9.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but what I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
Picks up the first, looking for more. They get him down, but the junior with an excellent run there.
Chris, what I love here is just the vision by the running back. Showing great patience, the hole opens up, and then he's able to use his speed to pick up some good yards.
First down and 10. Using his legs, it's Rhodes. And the runner brought down after just a short gain.
Defense does a really nice job here of being able to contain that run game, held him just to 2 yards. Chris, to me, this changes the playbook a little bit now for the offense. The guy calling the plays at 2nd and 8, that's a different deal. Now he's got to probably thinking about going through the air instead of staying on the ground.
Tackle made after just a short gain. Offense thinking touchdown, not field goal, facing a 3rd and long from the 20-yard line. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Looks to the left, pass caught. The tackle is made, but the offense now is set up. 1st and goal from the 9.
Well, this quarterback is unflappable. Here they are working with the lead in the second half. Get to a 3rd down. You got to throw the football. This is where you trust the quarterback to make a good decision, an accurate throw. He does it, you convert, and you keep working that clock.
Touchdown, Auburn. And the route is on. His passing game is on fire. The quarterback cannot be stopped. With the conference championship on the line, he's delivering.
Yeah, he's in sync right now with his wide receivers, but, man, my attention seems to be more on the defense. What in the world are they thinking? You can't just allow this quarterback to sit back there and throw. You've got to be able to put pressure on him, or he's going to continue to throw touchdown after touchdown.
Well, he thought about coming out, but instead takes a knee to bring the football to the 25-yard line. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. They'll run it here. They continue to feed the running back, but he has had nowhere to go today. They've been getting owned at the line of scrimmage. And a player is down injured after that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check him out. Offense coming to the line. They might have a chance for a couple more plays before we reach the end of the quarter. And he finds the running back in the flat. Ball carrier brought down what is the final play of this 3rd quarter. Auburn in the lead as a break for the quarter. So after 3 quarters of play, it's a pretty solid lead. Let's take a look at our game stats, how we got here. We begin the quarter with a crucial play. Offense setting up for this 3rd down. Can he make it to the marker? Makes the first down, but pays a price. Big hit there at the end.
You know, even though that these guys are facing a deficit, they're not just going all through the air. Love the fact that you're running the football, keeping this defense honest, not panicking by just throwing every single down. Now you got a new set of downs and a chance to keep moving the ball down the field.
Going for a big play downfield. And the pass is intercepted. A takeaway for the defense. Not much on the return. Tackled at the 17, but a big interception for this defense. And the Auburn offense is back out on the field. They've really built momentum in this game. They've been hard to stop. And the defense makes some adjustments. Come up with a stop here.
Hey, it's a great job of this defense containing the running game. But if I'm calling the plays, I'm not abandoning the running game just yet. I think it's important to have some sense of balance. So throwing and running is essential. Stick with it.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. Offense will keep it on the ground here. That's a nice tackle there by the senior. Solid gain on the running play. Third down now. Out of the gun now on third down. Short pass finds the tight end. Looks like Auburn will have the first down.
Well, he's been their go-to guy all game long. They needed a big play there on third down. They go his way again, and it works out.
Receivers now getting some new assignments before the snap. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Lets it fly to the wideout. Oh, and he can't quite hold on. Chance for the big fella to come up with a takeaway there. Sets up a second down. What's the play call here on second down for this offense? There's the snap. They'll set up to throw. Looks right, lets it fly. Makes the grab inside the 30, and he's still running. All the way to the end zone. What a run. Touchdown, Tigers.
That's another touchdown for these guys, and they have had a day that you dream about. Whether it's the quarterback, the running back, the receivers, the offensive line, the entire unit has been dominant.
And the PAT is good. So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. And he fields it inside the 15. Not much on the return. They'll stop him at the 24. Good coverage. Texas A&M offense heads back out onto the field. The last possession ended in an interception. Let's see if they continue to trust this quarterback in the passing game. First down, looking to throw the ball. Looking for his big tight end. Catch made on the right side. That's a big gain. Tackle's made, but not before he makes the 43-yard line. This drive is going now.
Look at this, Chris. After that big gain and a first down, they're already at the line of scrimmage, ready to get this up-tempo offense cranking.
Looking for his big tight end. That one falls incomplete. Good defensive play. Brings up second down.
What a hit there by the defender. Tough for the receiver to hold on to the football when he has that kind of contact. Good, clean play by the defense.
Offense getting set up. Here's second down. From the shotgun, drops back, looking for an open man. Tries the right with a quick throw. And it's going to be incomplete. Defense had a great chance for the pick. Couldn't come up with it.
Well, in case you're counting at home, that was nearly his third interception of the game. That offensive staff has either got to give this quarterback some easy passes to build his confidence up, or they need to make a change and bring the other guy in. He's just reckless out there so far today.
This Texas A&M offense is moving quickly down the field. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Looking for his big tight end. Finds a man downfield. That's a big gain to the right. Brought down quickly, but the gain moves the football to the 30. It's the tight end flexed out into the slot, looking for a matchup there, Kurt.
Well, it is a matchup because he has the size where he's very difficult to be able to match up for his safety, and he's got the speed to be able to outrun a linebacker. That's why they like to flex him out like that and be able to pick up nice big gains like this.
The Aggies will hustle to the line to run the hurry-up offense. Looking to pass here on second down. Taking a shot deep toward the end zone. He had all day back there before throwing the strike. Touchdown, Texas A&M.
Love this never-say-die attitude from this quarterback. He's still slinging it out there. This game's out of reach, but this guy's still putting the ball in the air, and this one's a touchdown.
Now the try for the two-point conversion. And he'll set up to throw. And it's caught in the end zone for a two-point conversion to cut into this lead.
Well, I thought the defense did a pretty good job of defending this two-point try, but let's give all the credit to the quarterback and the receiver for being able to be in sync and in rhythm to come down with that catch and the 2 points.
He's going to bring this out a few yards deep in the end zone. Brought down to the 32, so good job by the returner there. And the Auburn offense back out on the field. The passing game was so effective in the last possession, right down for a touchdown. We'll see if the defense can make adjustments. Quarterback looking to scramble.
Chris, I love the patience here by the quarterback. He's waiting for something to happen downfield, but it's not there. Then you see the athletic ability to be able to pick up some good yards.
Second down play coming up. Oh, that one's picked off.
That's just a poor decision by the offensive coordinator and the quarterback. Working with the lead, run the football here and work the clock. Instead, throws it into coverage. Now they got a chance to get right back in the game.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Caught by the receiver. He made the tackle, but this offense has crossed midfield. Set up for the first down at the 47.
Man, and with that completion right there, this quarterback now has gone over 300 yards in this game. What a day.
See what the call is on 1st and 10. There's the snap, and he's looking to throw. It's caught. Nice pitch and catch. Tackle made after a nice pickup on the play. It's nice execution to pick up the first down. A little curl route, Kirk, against the zone.
Yeah, when you play zone coverage like this, it's very difficult to defend this route if the quarterback does a nice job of reading the coverage. I thought he used his eyes there to be able to move the defense where he wanted them, created an opening in that defense, and then he made a great throw for that first down.
This is turning into a monster day for this quarterback, Kirk. His passing yards now up over 350.
Yeah, and it seems like this defense has tried everything. They're blitzing, they're sitting back in zone, they're trying to double coverage certain receivers. Everything that they've tried is, unfortunately for them, not working because of how well this quarterback is seeing it and throwing today.
Brought down, but the completion moves the ball down to the 4. And the Aggies hoping to punch it in here. They have 1st and goal. Here's the snap, looking to throw here. Dump off caught by the running back. But the play loses yardage. Very tough second down coming up now.
Well, the defense does such a good job of taking any threat downfield away. All he could do is throw it to his back, and loss of yards, now you're behind.
And he gets in for the score. Touchdown, Aggies. Now a 2-point conversion attempt coming up. There's the snap. Quarterback setting up to throw. And it's picked off in the end zone.
Oh, man, that was not a great throw right there. Pass is intercepted on the 2-point try. You have to wonder why they decided to go with that call.
Formation would indicate they're going to try the onside kick here. On the hands team all over that to make the recovery. And the Auburn offense is back out on the field now. What a satisfying feeling for this team. Just run out the clock and let the celebration begin. There's contact on the throw.
Well, this offense has had a great day today. The game is out of reach. I'd be curious to know why the starting quarterback's even still in the game and why is he throwing the football?
Now it's second down here. And he's back to throw again after that incompletion on first down. Zips it down the middle. Caught way downfield and still running inside the 20.
Chris, I'm kind of surprised they're still taking shots downfield. They got a big lead. We're in the 4th quarter. Run the ball. Get out of Dodge. Keep everybody healthy.
Looking right. This one caught. The game moves the football to the 6-yard line. It'll be first down and goal. Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. Launching one to the end zone. Touchdown, Auburn. They are pouring it on now. That's another strike for this quarterback, Kirk. He is having himself a day.
This guy's just having one of those days you dream about against his secondary. Let's also give credit to the wide receivers doing a nice job of getting open, and the big fellas up front for giving him enough time to throw.
He makes the grab, a successful two-point try. They bump the lead up even more.
Chris, as you know, the windows are so tight down here, especially when you're throwing the ball this close to the goal line. And this quarterback was just simply dealing to thread that ball in there for two. Great throw.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. The offense will start at the 25. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. Here comes a first down pass attempt. Caught over the middle. It's Fox. That's good for first down yardage. They'll spot it to the 37. The clock is still running. They got to get set quickly. First down. Looking to throw the football. Looking for the wideout. Physical defending. That one falls incomplete. Brings up second down. And the offense will spend a timeout, stopping the clock with 22 seconds remaining. The offense getting set. It's second down. The defense with more pre-snap movement. QB tries it again here on 2nd and 10. Looking to scramble. Pass ball is incomplete. There was a lot of contact. No penalty. Brings up third down.
This offense has really struggled today, Chris, when it comes to throwing the football. They have dug themselves a huge hole. They're not going to have any chance of coming back. And I think one thing about this is you wonder where you go from here. You're hoping to make a play or two to give yourself a belief that things can get better, but it's just been a disastrous day for the offense.
Texas A&M getting set with a 1st and 10 now. Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. Pressure is coming. And it falls incomplete with just 6 seconds remaining to play.
Here we are in the 4th quarter. The offense just trying to come up with something to try to spark this offense and give them a chance at a comeback. Unfortunately, the defense is playing smart. They're sitting back, anticipating these deep throws.
And he throws his 3rd interception of the day. And he goes down, and that's how we will end it. Wow, what a tremendous run these guys have had, and now they can call themselves champions of the SEC. That's one of the most difficult titles to earn in this sport. And now with the playoff looming, they can find out how they fare against the 11 other best teams in the nation. And that is going to do it. We enjoyed being here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.